The Competition Commission is investigating alleged price collusion in the school uniform sector. It will travel across the country early next year, informing role players of the penalties for anti-competitive behavior. Guilty suppliers could lose up to 10% of their annual profit. The Competition Commission has received claims that some companies are unfairly benefiting from long-term exclusive agreements with principals and school governing bodies. Parents have long been objecting to the excessive prices some suppliers are charging for uniforms.
The school uniform industry is worth hundreds of millions of rand. In recent years, the cost of these uniforms have skyrocketed. Parents across the country have now complained to the Competition Commission, saying they are forced to pay exorbitant prices, often to single suppliers. Cape Town parents recently said they were forced to pay 200 rand for a pair of socks. Others say they have to cut back on buying food for their families so that they can afford school uniforms.
We are investigating anti-competitive conduct by suppliers, because they are the ones who enter into these agreements with schools. Technically, it's possible that you can bring schools into this, but I mean, again, we're not necessarily interested in that, because when you are punishing a school, you are punishing parents still.
The Commission says it has also received complaints from parents that certain principals and governing bodies are receiving kickbacks from retailers to ensure that they get the business. One retailer who has been in the business for more than 120 years says a supply agreement is beneficial to both schools and businesses.
I don't think a supply agreement is necessarily a bad thing. In fact, I think it's a good thing. What it does, it gives comfort to both the supplier, the retailer, and the school. The school has the knowledge that the merchandise will be available. The supplier has the comfort of the knowledge that the goods he buys, which can only be sold to that particular school, will be sold. And the agreements we have in place classically are for a year and can be terminated at 12 months at any time.
The Competition Commission plans to go on a nationwide road trip early next year to inform schools and suppliers of the penalties they face if they engage in anti-competitive practices. John Bailey, Pretoria.
Our top stories on the channel this hour. Motorists are urged to exercise caution as more than 800 people have been killed in road accidents this December. Emergency services are on standby in the West.